Hello everybody and welcome to Greenstar Trading with me Tom. All views, opinions and ideas expressed in this video are my own and do not constitute financial or trading advice in any way. It's just gone 20 past 10 AM on Friday the 26th of February 2021 and we're going to spend the next few minutes looking at Bitcoin. Right, quite a correction underway in the crypto markets at the moment for the last week. Bitcoin's given up roughly 25 or so percent, I think. We'll check that out in a minute. And other cryptos have given up more in some of the altcoins, and we are in some kind of significant corrections. But where are we in time and space? That's what we're going to try and figure out in this video. But as we always do on this channel, we're going to do our basic technical analysis first and our Elliott wave analysis second. So, quick rundown of the chart if you're new. We are on the weekly time frame in log scale here. This is how I prefer to look at cryptos because the sheer volatility of the moves mean looking at it in arithmetic scale is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we have a yellow exponential moving average here. This is our 10. We have a 20 in blue, 60 in orange, and 250 in green. These are our 4 exponential moving averages. We have a volume profile on the right hand side. This is a visible range and adjusts when we adjust the chart. We have a built-in point of control, which is the yellow dashed line here. We have our Elliott wave count, which is all the numbers and letters cluttering up the chart. And we have an RSI here set to a 10-day close, with the green 30 level representing oversold and the red 70 level representing overbought. We have a MACD with a 10 for the short-term moving average, 20 for the long, and a 9 to smooth. Right, so let's clear the chart and start our basic technical analysis first. Pretty bearish week, engulfing bearish candle here, gobbling up the body of the whole previous week. We are still above the 10, 20, 60 and 250 exponential moving averages though. Let's just zoom in and have a look. We came back and tested the 10 exponential moving average here on the 25th of January. We have yet to do so, so we still have room to run in this downside move. There's still room to run before we find any significant basic technical support, such as our major moving average here. RSI has come down from the overbought condition, not quite into neutral territory between the 40 and 60, but falling below the 70. We can see pretty clear divergence here. In the week of the 4th of January, we saw a high and then a higher high followed in price, but we saw a high and a lower high followed in RSI, which has preceded this breakdown in price. So a nice little clue this was coming. Right, that's the weekly time frame. Let's come down and have a look at what actually, sorry, I didn't mention the MACD, did I there? So obviously many green bars on the histogram here as we continue to record more and more bullish momentum. Darker green bar for this week representing this sell-off, but no crossover of the short or short over the long-term time moving average yet, so no real bearish sell signal on the weekly time frame. Come back to the day time frame here and see what we can see here. So below the 10 exponential moving average, below the 20, room to run to the 60 as we did in this previous correction here, so potential for more downside. Doesn't have to do that, but from a basic technical analysis point it would make sense. Some dark red bars in the histogram here showing a build up in bearish momentum. Sell signal here with the short term moving average crossing over the long term moving average, confirmed in price in this sell off here. Back into neutral territory in the RSI. So that's roughly our basic technical analysis. We're still above the 60 and the 250, which is miles away so far from our point of control on this basis of the visible range we can see here, but it's not really significant. Right, so let's bring up our Elliott wave count and try and figure out where we are. I still have us on the long term as in a primary wave 3. Here. So we just come back on the day time frame and remind ourselves what that looks like. Remember, we're in log scale, so the waves look a bit completely screwed up because you know, obviously if we're in arithmetic scale it looks like this. If we're in log scale, actually it looks nicer. But I'd just say obviously the length of this tree is much shorter visually in log scale than it would be in arithmetic scale, in which case it's an absolute beast. But I'm not convinced it's over yet. So we could be going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is possible we've topped and the primary wave 3 is already done, and went in a few days ago and we've got a big, long, multi-month drawn out wave 4 correction bringing the price down significantly, which could be, you know, significant drawback into the high 20s, low 30s, or maybe even lower, or it hasn't happened yet. Either way, I'm bullish long term with a third wave to complete yet, fourth wave to come, fifth wave going even higher, probably up as 90,000, 100,000 kind of territory, and that would just be completing cycle wave 1 before we have a gigantic cycle wave 2 pullback, giving up 50+% of the market, you know, making everyone shit their pants, and that would be the next grand buy opportunity. That would be, but that could be a year or two away yet. We don't know. We literally do not know. Okay, so we just have to take things as they come. So on that basis, full screen the chart, let's zoom in and see what we can see on this shorter time frame here. Right then, so I've got us here in a minor wave 4. Okay, looking for something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete the 5 intermediate time frame to complete the primary 3. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. Now, it's looking a little screwed up because the wave 4 is not here yet. Okay, guys, we may have bottomed already, in which case the wave 1 and the wave 4 look much more sensible. But if it bottoms down here, then there is going to be a pretty large disparity between the depth of the 4 and the depth of the 2. Not pretty, but we have to be willing to consider it possible because of the volatility we're dealing with. Right. I mean, what do I mean by that? You've got to put in the 1-2, right? You've got to put in the 1-2 first, and then you run in that big 3. And this big 3 here, let's just have a look what we've done, right? And this is just from the 22nd of January. So from the 22nd of January trough to the peak. Right, 102%. The market doubled again. Alright? The market doubled in less than 30 days. In 30 days, the market doubled. That's crazy. Absolute madness from the bottom to the top. Right? So, yes, we can have a completely disproportionate wave 4. Because look at what we're trying to retrace here. We're trying to retrace a doubling. So bear that in mind. But we do have a target for that wave 4 that it cannot cross, which is a minor wave 4 invalidation point here. And this is 34,995 spot 29. If we go through that wave 4 is invalid. This was likely the primary wave 3 top, and we're going much lower for much longer in a primary wave 4. Don't be sad. You know, if you're a bull like me, that just means more buying opportunities to come. It's got to happen sooner or later, and we don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the markets. But if stock markets continues to sell off in the next few weeks, and crypto joins it, and you know this would all make sense, a long-term, multi-week, multi-month consolidation perhaps could take place. But we're not there yet, so let's stay focused on what we're looking at. We're waiting for a 4th wave to complete and a 5th wave to come. So let's zoom in again and see what we can see since this recent top. I'll come down to the hourly time frame to do it. Auto the chart. Okay, so the first thing, there's a few options to discuss here, but the first thing I want to point out is how much I hate this wave 3, 4, this wave 4 here. I want to count this as an ABC. So the first instinct when seeing this ridiculous pivot was to assume that this was an ABC. So we went A, B, C, correction complete, over in a flash, hunky-dory, Bob's your uncle, let's go. Right, and then we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leading diagonal, brilliant. And then we go A, B, C into a 2, and off we go into a 3. That's what I was thinking, that's what a lot of people were thinking, but that isn't what happened. Why? Because the low here got taken out. You know, got taken out today, in fact. And we took out that low of 44,877 spot 41. So technically, we made a new low, a lower low. So that cannot be ABC into a completed correction and a 1-2 because we retraced the start of a 1. So that's not possible. So another option would be ABC into a W, WXY into a Y, and then another 3 wave move, ABC, a zigzag to come, maybe 535 zigzag into RY on a larger time frame. That's another one. And then we've got the count I've currently got up, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4, which, like I said, as a 3, 4, I just hate it. We don't get an overlap of the 1, so it's legitimate. It's just ugly as hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A. 3 wave move here. Alright. Bum, bum, bum. W. And then bum, bum, bum. X. Bum, bum, bum. Y. Double combination into a B. Now 5 waves down into a C. A, B, C. Right. So if we get parity between the length of the A, projected from the B, our target is down here at 38,451 spot 61. Okay, so a pretty impressive sell-off yet to come. Giving up at, you know, what, another 6-7 grand, and coming down here to find our wave 4 before a minor wave 4 invalidation point, completing the wave 4 on the minor time frame to push up into a wave 5 of the 5 of the 3. Right, that's it. However, there is another alternative. We don't have to come down to the 100. We don't have to. We've made a lower low, so we've technically done enough. 61.8 we've come down to. A, B, C, 61.8 for length of A. It's a short C. It's not very pretty, but nothing about this is. So potentially done enough. Could get moving from here. So let's assume for a moment. I'm not saying it's true. Let's assume for a moment that we have bottomed. Then really simply, the high at 52.107 spot 09. This high here, 52.107 spot 09, has to get taken out to confirm it. So we'd come up, bump, bump, bump through here, 4, 5, off we go into a 1. Right? So that's the, if we're going to bottom here at the 61 length of the A for the C, we'd have to take out this high at 52.107 to be sure that we're going higher, and that would have to be supported by a 5-wave structure in through on the smaller time frame, and the smaller time frame, and the smaller time frame, 535, 535, 535, off we go up in an impulse wave. Okay, right then. Do I think that's likely? Not really. No, I don't. I feel that it's more likely that we're either this is a 1-2 forming now, or we've done a 1-2 and we're putting in a 3-4 perhaps here. It's about to come in, and then we're going to find our 5th wave down, or maybe we're doing a 5-wave down into that A, B, C pivot for our larger WXY. These are all the options, guys, at the moment. You know, until we see some clarity here. It looked clear with an ABC, and then we had to move up, but now we've taken out this low, so that's just bearish. There's just no other way of looking at it. Unless the correction, the B wave isn't complete. That's the only other way of looking at it. So we've gone A, B, C, A, I don't even know. This would be A, B, C, A, B, C, B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into C, and then a move down. I guess that's another way of looking at it. So let's keep things simple, because I feel like I'm waffling, and I'm sorry if I am. But you know, things are just not that, with these volatile markets, things are just not that clear. My gut tells me this is a 3-wave move lower, because we've taken out that low. So let's just stick with it and say, right, we've done an A, we've got a WXY into a B. The two pivots we're looking at, well, the only pivot we're looking at is this one here at 52.0935. If we take that out, we can change our opinion and consider, if we get a 5-wave structure out of it, we can consider that we're done and we've got a short C. That's number 1. Okay, we'll say that's number 2 because it's not my primary belief. My primary belief is we're just heading lower. That's it. In the short term, we're heading lower in a zigzag like this. A, B, C, and we're looking for this target down here at the C at 38.451 spot 61. That's it, guys. I'm going to keep it that simple for the meantime, because until we see a continued flush down, and then we see either an impulse wave out of it, or we see a completed 5-wave structure down, then this pivot here at 52.093 is the only other way we have of confirming that something else is going on, purely because we made a lower low. Right? We made a lower low. So the only way to invalidate it is to take out this pivot here, recount, and see what we're dealing with. Otherwise, I think we're heading lower. So that's what I'm betting on for the meantime. And that might be a quite nice buying opportunity if we make it all the way back down to the high 38,000s. I was about to say hundreds then. Alright then, guys, that's Bitcoin. So if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, smash the like button, let us know what you think in the comment section below if you want to. Feel free to share any of my videos, and I will be back with you shortly. I've got a few other assets I want to cover over the coming weekend. All the best, take care.